white, black, white, black, white, black, white, black.
Does anyone else ever notice that each network has their own, like, specified reporter who covers? I mean, this guy is all the way from Michael Brown to Freddie Gray to Ahmaud Arbery.
All comfortable being together in groups.
Including asking questions of those we cover, and that's exactly what we were doing. Fager, Rose, and former CEO Leslie Moonves have now all been forced out of CBS after allegations of misconduct.
It's not your show anymore, Max, it's mine.
Big trees are falling at CBS, but I really do believe that the company wants to and will get this right. I can only imagine what this has done to you, how this has affected you, and I certainly applaud you, Jericka, for speaking up.
Did you view it as a threat? Did you view it as a threat?
On the flip side, there have been countless times that I've wanted to talk to some of these men. Yeah, so, yeah, so it's a very complicated and complex issue.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's one of those things that I've realized that, yeah, so.
And I thought the news was so damn boring, and now here I am doing the news.
Cross state lines after killing Officer Reed in Cleveland, Ohio.
Alleged victims of R. Kelly are speaking out for the first time since the CBS This Morning interview, where the singer defended himself against charges of abusing underage girls. Well, he's still in jail this morning for failing to pay child support, though his manager says he expects Kelly's release later today.
There's also a face in the clouds for when we're daydreaming. And a face, this is my favorite one, with those swirly eyes that go boing, because we're all feeling like, what the heck is happening to us during quarantine? At one point, most of the new emojis are dedicated to different skin tones.
In Gail's case, continue to sit down that image of Gail's unshakable as R. Kelly lashed out. I think it's seared in the memories of a lot of people from the last year.
Alleged victims of R. Kelly are speaking out for the first time since the CBS This Morning interview.
In the docuseries Surviving R. Kelly, Kramer tracked down her daughter to the hotel where she was staying with R. Kelly,
where the singer defended himself against charges of abusing underage girls.
Cameras followed their hasty getaway.
We ran out of there like the master was coming for us.
That moment came up during Gayle King's interview with him.
Well, he's still in jail this morning for failing to pay child support, though his manager says he expects Kelly's release later today.
And as a result, it's caused yeah.
Their mothers and fathers told me, we're going to destroy your career. This is not me.
Robert. On the R. Kelly interview. Jericka, good morning.
Good morning. All three women said that moment when R. Kelly stood up, it brought back horrifying memories. Last night I spoke to Michelle Kramer, who says she believes her daughter, she believes.
You saying this, Gail, you breaking my heart. You saying this like you believe it.
Kramer says there's a good reason to believe it.
Because it's true.
You can start a rumor on a guy like me, just like that. All you have to do is push a button on your phone and say, so-and-so did this to me, R. Kelly did this to me, and if you get any traction from that,
that is raw and it's so real.
and if you're able to write a book from that,
Our next book is A Million Little Pieces. So do you think you lied or you think I made a mistake?
if you're able to get a reality show.
We've just launched 59 missiles heading to Iraq.
Well, you headed to Syria?
Yes, heading toward Syria. And I want you to know that.
That defies logic to me.
Right. Then any girl that I had a relationship in the past that it just didn't work out, she can come and say the same exact thing.
And we had to watch the news. And we had to watch the news, and I thought the news was so damn boring. And now here I am doing the news and being honored this way by your peers. I can't even tell you. I can't even. And now here I am doing the news and being honored this way by your peers. And I just think the picture's so pretty. I'm thinking, who is that girl?
I didn't take the picture.
Who is she?
One of y'all smoke.
I saw him like run across the. He almost got hit by a car too.
I'm killing everybody in that house, man.
CBS's Jerika Duncan reports from Rochester.
Today, the Rochester Police Union president told me the officers were following their training.
Do you think there should be more help for police officers when you talk about dealing with mental health issues?
I'll say this, I absolutely believe that we need more help. What we have to understand is, and I don't have all the answers. I don't think anybody does.
Prude's family believes he was suffering from a mental health crisis. Hours earlier, he had been hospitalized.
I want to get the backstory of how this came about, because you were having a conversation with James Fry, best-selling author.
Yeah.
He planted this little seed for you about this movie.
I mean, he did. He came up to me at a party and he said, hey, I have an idea for a movie that I can't write. And he was like, it's a black man, black woman on a first date on their way home. Police officer pulls him over. Things escalate very quickly and they kill him in self-defense. Yeah. And I said, and then they decide to just get in the car and go. And I was like, you're right, you can't write that.
You can't, but I can.
I can.
And you said, don't call it a Bonnie and Clyde story, because your go-to, you would think, is Bonnie and Clyde. You said, not this time.
No, and I did revisit that film before I started writing, and Thelma and Louise as well, but I think almost the things that I wanted to sort of break those rules and break convention and sort of put people of color in the center of a narrative, and that, you know, we are in a war that we didn't start.
Right.
And I feel like black people, when they walk out their door, they go to war every day.
Yeah.
And they have to decide, what black person do I want to show up as this morning? Do I want to be MLK?